Welcome to this webinar on engineering India's journey towards net zero emissions. India has been on one of the fastest growth trajectories in the last couple of decades, shining bright on the global map. The rapid and resolute industrialization and urbanization meant an increase in energy consumption, which has in fact doubled energy demand since 2000. With more and more people moving to urban spaces, it is no surprise that buildings account for 35% of energy demand. Cities are high carbon footprint centers. The massive growth in urbanization will not only increase energy demand from infrastructure, but also create a surge in carbon footprint. Since CO2 emissions are directly proportional to the amount of energy consumed, the high rate of urbanization will result in an exponential increase in emissions. Consequently, per capita CO2 emission is currently 1.8 tons per person and rising. India is now the planet's third largest CO2 emitter, and 21 of the 30 most polluted cities in the world are in India. Furthermore, the country's energy sector-related CO2 emissions are predicted to rise 45% by 2040. The costs the nation pays for its dynamic growth are major congestion in urban centers and declining air quality, which makes cities increasingly unlivable. Given all that, the time for minor adjustments or short-term fixes is far behind us, and it is time to go big and change our approach entirely towards sustainability. The only thorough way to address the climate issue is to adopt a net zero journey for the nation. And this is why India is poised at a pivotal moment and aims to reach net zero emissions by 2050. The country needs to adopt sustainable policies and innovation-driven clean energy technologies on a massive scale. India has to reverse the damage caused as well as to find a way forward in creating sustainable cities. One of the most critical actions would be to accelerate the deployment of clean electricity from renewable sources that will reach nationwide in quick time. Adopting energy-efficient and low-carbon technologies will play a critical role in the journey towards zero emissions. Encouraging electrification will be key, and removing avoidable emissions will contribute significantly towards net zero. India's Nationally Determined Contribution, NDC, targets to decarbonize emissions by reducing the emissions intensity of GDP by 33 to 35% by 2030, as compared to the levels in 2005. To achieve this, industries can reduce consumption by adopting smart technology systems, while the transport sector can reduce emissions by switching to electric vehicles for surface as well as marine transportation. Buildings, which account for 35% of CO2 emission, can reduce consumption substantially by transforming to net zero energy buildings, NZEBs, that are 100% energy efficient and sustainable. NZEBs can be a game changer as they are designed to optimize energy while also reducing demand. They rely more on renewable energy sources and champion sustainability in all possible aspects. NZEBs can emerge as beacons of progress, mitigating the consequences of climate change and contribute to transforming cities into more livable spaces that breathe. It is with this foresight that Danfoss has been driving the world towards sustainability for more than 85 years. Danfoss's climate strategy is spearheaded by a sustainability program that complements the company's business ambition and serves as an enabler to achieve sustainable growth and deliver products that fulfill our customers' need for energy efficiency and improved performance. Danfoss furthers its commitment to combat the climate crisis by joining the United Nations Global Compact campaign on business ambition for 1.5 degrees Celsius and by setting binding targets. Danfoss's ambitious target ensures its global corporations are set to go carbon neutral by 2030. This paves the way to a sustainable tomorrow, in line with Danfoss's commitment of engineering tomorrow. Net Zero journey started where it all began, the Nordborg campus. The journey started with decarbonizing the 250,000 square meters headquarters in Nordborg, Denmark, which hosts the company's largest production facility. having discovered that the total CO2 emission in 2007 was 51,928 tons. Danfoss decided upon a four-pronged strategy. Danfoss headquarters' first climate strategy went live in 2007, which has proven highly effective and resulted in 60% reduction in fossil fuel and 100% reduction in natural gas usage for heating. In its pursuit of green energy, the headquarters has championed heat recovery from production processes through heat pumps since 2016. It has also used green district energy from a new municipal district heating facility since 2020. The headquarters' newly built data center will contribute 25% of overall heat supply starting 2021. Danfoss self-generates renewable energy up to 3.2 gigawatt-hour and is committed to sourcing 100% renewable electricity for its global operations by 2030. Through the first power purchase agreement, the Nordborg headquarters delivered 25% of the group's total electricity consumption through wind turbines and solar panels, generating 2.2 gigawatt-hour of electricity. Probably the one thing that worked both as a reassurance as well as a testimony for Danfoss's future-centric approach and climate strategy was the use of Danfoss's own HVAC technologies to great effect in the headquarters' net-zero journey, providing up to 70% energy savings. With an overall 69% reduction in CO2 emissions between 2007 and 2019, early inroads have been made towards net zero. The headquarters is on track to achieve full carbon neutrality by 2022, which will be a proud 8 years ahead of the global target. Instituted in 1998, Danfoss India is headquartered in Varagadam, Chennai, in a sprawling 50-acre campus. In line with Danfoss's global vision and efforts, Danfoss India is looking to go beyond current industry standards and set the benchmark for others. Being the first LEED Platinum certified manufacturing campus in India stands testimony to that vision. Danfoss India's Varagadam campus prides itself on an on-site solar plant that generates 1 megawatt of electricity, catering to 13% of the campus's power requirements. What's more, usage of renewable energy has reduced 5,779 tons of CO2 in 2020. The campus HVAC system boasts of energy-efficient variable frequency drives, oil-free magnetic bearing turbocore compressors, and other energy-saving technologies across controllers, solar inverters, and valves, which have resulted in 30% of lower energy consumption compared to conventional systems. Danfoss is committed to saving energy globally and takes immense pride in completing around 200 energy-saving projects successfully across its 21 factories worldwide since 2013. The next phase of the energy savings project will see Danfoss revisit the factories where significant savings have already been harvested to further our climate strategy. Danfoss strides forward with a future-secure approach under which global operations are set to go carbon neutral by 2030. Furthermore, energy intensity is expected to reduce by 50% and CO2 intensity by 50%. Danfoss also aims to double energy productivity and has also joined the EV100 initiative to support global transition to electric vehicles. Danfoss has brought its vision to life and looks forward to continuing the immensely successful and rewarding journey across its global operations. Danfoss is committed to helping you with your sustainability goals for the future and engineering India's net zero journey for a better tomorrow.